Hello and welcome to Funky Fox Gaming. We are back on What Remains of Edith Finch, and we've made quite a bit of progress. We are, I think, towards the end of the game now. We have everybody drawn in our family tree apart from Dawn, Edith's mum, and Edie, her great grandmother. So I think we've just got those two left. Last time around we did the current generation. So Lewis and Milton, and yeah, I think we did Gregory and Gus as well. Theirs was, well, Milton's was very, very short. And Gus's and Gregory's were quite short little stories as well. Lewis's was quite a long one, but really, really well done. Quite enjoyed that. It was like a little game alongside quite a lengthy story-based choose your own adventure, which was good. I've really enjoyed the different little games you play through the different stories. And it started off with a simple I guess you could call it a platformer with Molly. And then there's been other ones which have been really straightforward thing like swinging with Calvin or taking a photo with Sam. But yeah, it's been very very well put together and quite refreshing that everything's been slightly different.
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
Let's have a look around here just before I leave. Make sure there's nothing I've missed. I did notice that the when I looked back at the previous episode, the king was hidden by the letter as you pick it up. So I think it just appears underneath depending on which route you go down. Don't like the fact that the hat's in there. And you got a candle on top of a VCR with Benson top. Ugh. I did not want to be out here. Just strayed slightly too close to the steps, apparently. I want to be this way.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
That's quite harsh. Still love that one though.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed.
What's going on here then? The packing foam. And bubble wrap. Can't help myself. Oh, so this is Dawn's room.
But I understand why we left.
left the kitchen box. Left quite a few boxes.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Oh. So I'm guessing that's Dawn's bed.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
Oh, so Dawn and Edith shared.
Maybe it should have come sooner.
Unlike the other two, then. I suppose she was the only. Or.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
There's Calvin the Spaceman. Some of Lewis's adventure people. And the knights.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Ooh. Edie was right then. The grown-ups do have to argue now to start going. Can't see shit.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
It's through here then. It's one of the rooms that we haven't been into yet.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories.
Wow. That's harsh. Nothing to do with the stories.
I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
The little frog.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Right, so whose room is this? Edie's room? Oh no, Edie's room was upstairs. Oh. No, I think it is. Second room.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Who am I? Am I Edie?
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean.
Oh mate, we're gonna get to explore the old house. Even if somewhat briefly.
They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Oh.
I got turned around. For a while, I wandered.
Lots of big rocks around. Keep nearly walking into them.
I started seeing things.
Oh.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
I'm just gonna keep following the words.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
Toilet. Buried grandfather clock.
Or maybe I came back to them.
Yep, so I'm definitely Edie.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Bye.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
I just find this really cliche in any kind of media. Like,
A
I
few
don't know
years went by.
anybody that does it.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Oh no.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
That we know of.
Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
So Edith is pregnant then? Oh, am I actually...
This journal was supposed to be for you.
I'm actually being born now.
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
Not sure I like where this is going.
But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it.
Oh
It's a
no.
lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
So Edith died as well. Oh, this is cute. It's the credits. So one thing I did catch wind of to do with Milton, in his little drawing in the book, the flip book, he goes through a door, and that door leads into another world apparently, which is why I went missing rather than dying, and it links to, I think, Giant Sparrow's first game. I'm blanking on the name of the actual game. Oh, the Unfinished Swan. That's a clever way of doing the extra credits. Oh, it's not a very big team. Ah, okay. So we did get drawings of Edie and Dawn in the end, because they weren't filled in before then. We don't actually learn the name of Edith's son, or who she was married to, so she stopped filling this in. I do like the fact that they've broken it down into sort of a level select, I guess you could call it. So you get to replay some of the mini games. I think my favourites were Lewis's. Barbara's was quite interesting. And in a way, I kind of like Gregory's as well. It was very cute and whimsical. But yeah, so that has been What Remains of Edith Finch. It's a very sad and morose tale, but quite full of whimsy at the same time. The graphic design, like both in the artwork and gameplay, were really good. Although I must admit some of the photos were a bit off, for me at least. Just because it was quite clear that they'd been edited, but just not greatly. Kind of reminded me of like those pictures you always see of celebrities, where it's obviously somebody else's body and the celebrity head's been photoshopped on top. Well, yeah, the story was fantastic, and I just love the fact that each individual family member's story, while also different in the story, came with a completely different little mini game. Whether it was just a short 30-second thing like the handhold of Dawn, or the swinging of Calvin, or if it was something a bit more in depth like Barbara's comic book story, or Molly's little animal adventure, or Lewis's full-blown choose your own adventure. Really well done. If you like sort of story-based games, I recommend it. It's very fulfilling. And to be honest, I quite look forward to Giant Sparrow's next game, whatever that might be. But if you enjoyed this series and this episode, please like and subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Twitch, which is linked in the description below. But for now, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.